Hello, this is on Imagination with a Healing Garden, and welcome to Shifting Perspectives with Triadic Healing. On this particular video, I am going to be focusing on the lost subject. Whenever we sit down and we think about education or school, we talk about reading, writing, arithmetic. Those are the top three at the head of the list. And then you have your sciences, you have your arts and entertainment, you have, it's a vast, there's a lot of subjects out there. But there is one particular subject that is basically, it got lost to time. It got forgotten. And I sat down and pulled apart the curriculum that built the University of Alexandria back thousands of years ago. And it was extraordinary because the entire school was philosophy based. And the lost subject is not philosophy. It is not philosophy. It is the subject that was studied in the university. It was why and how the entire university was built, so that the people who graduated, the people who went through the course, who went through the entire university, they didn't walk away with a mastery in one field. You basically went to an area of study and you mastered. You mastered something. You mastered science, you mastered English lit, you mastered theater, you mastered, pick any topic. After your mastery, then those people went to the library or the University of Alexandria. By the way, the Library of Alexandria was inside of the university. The Library of Alexandria was actually the university's library. So inside the university, it was people arriving there with what would be considered the doctorate degree of a doctorate degree in physics or a doctorate degree in astronomy or in neuroscience. They would have a medical degree. They would have an English degree. We're talking the greatest thinkers of that time period, all coming to extend their education into the next level. And the subject that they sought was perspective. It was literally the subject of perspective. And the courses were designed so that now that you've got mastery in one field, now it was a holistic concept, holistic education of, great, you've mastered science. Now let me show you the ultimate question from all these different subjects. And they would bring all of these scholars together to explore the ultimate question, which is asked in philosophy. So it was very much philosophy school based, where the philosophy was embedded into all of the subjects. But it wasn't with the goal in mind of studying over here, studying over there, studying this topic over here. It was then you take that knowledge, and in order to perceive the big question, you had to go to the University of Alexandria, where you pooled your mind together with all of these different topics so you could explore the same subject through different points of view. Now, the goal was to teach you perspective psychology, perspective philosophy. That is the lost subject. So that when a person was done with this education, they had advanced and evolved through all the stages of growth, which is why Socrates, Plato, Christ all walked away at the 9th and 10th perspective, 8th, 9th, 10th perspective. Is because they had taken their minds, their education, they had taken their mastery in their field, and then they plugged it into the perspectives of other people. So what they actually were studying at the University of Alexandria was this lost subject, the topic of perspective psychology. And when they were done, they were able to see things that no one else saw. This is very much the same concept of the Buddha and the way of the Buddha. When a monk decides to pursue this, it's the same education, the same path, and the same road. But that's more religious based than it is philosophy based. But Buddhism is actually a philosophy more than it is a religion. So it's kind of like crossing the lines. Furthermore, there's also this idea, this embraced way of living that once you go through the way of the Buddha, everyone kind of stops at the way of the suffering, and they constantly embrace simple to the point of suffering. And I understand why. There's a lot of reasons why, which we get into it in Triadic Healing. But that's not for everybody. That really is not for everybody. And That's where if you don't conform to that expectation, you no longer are welcome or wanted there. So, and there's more beyond. So Buddhism takes you to a certain point and then says, okay, this is as far as we're going. Christ took it to as far as he took it all the way to the 12th. He took it all the way to the 12th. And then you have other people who like the teachers, Socrates, Plato, and they sat down and they also took it as far as they could and up until their death. Alexander the Great is one of my favorite examples. He attended the university, Alexander the Great did, but he decided to take that knowledge and then pursue military and war. And well, he's literally the greatest general of all time. So you can walk away and take this material. Like Alexander the Great really rubs me the wrong way. I think Alexandria, he really missed the point. He really, really missed the point. I don't think he should have studied because yeah, I really don't agree with Alexander the Great's methods. I feel like he took the knowledge and then used it for bad. I really, really do. That being said, there's this massive, it's ethical lessons, it's ethical living. And it's basically taking the ethics in the classes of the different perspectives, studying them all, understanding them all, and then getting yourself to as far as you can possibly grow. But in order to get perspective psychology, in order to understand perspective philosophy, or just the lost subject that is perspective, you have to walk in with an understanding of how all the different subjects link together onto this one concept, the one ultimate question of why are we here? Who are we? Where are we going? And what are we doing? And the answer is perspective. And that's exactly what the subject is all about. That's all they teach. So they built this entire university around these lessons of how do you teach perspective to a student. And it's absolutely extraordinary, the undertaking that the university did. So when you come into Triadic healing, we are actually focusing 100% on the core lost subject to time, which is perspective. The subject is perspective. Now, perspective, I use it in Triadic healing to get you to authentic living, manifestation, and mental healing. That is how I convert Triadic healing and the perspective over to those three topics. So if those three topics, authentic living, manifestation, or just optimum mental wealth, are your goals, then this is absolutely catered for you. This is 100% up your alley. This is it. If you want to take any one of those three things and implement them in your business, implement them in your parenting, implement them in your teaching skills, and if you want to be a healer or a light worker, 100%. That's what we do. So those are the three core missions, the three core goals of the university. So if any of that rings true to you, authenticity, optimum mental wealth, or what was the other one that I just said? I can't remember. Go back on the video. I can't remember. But that is exactly why we're doing this. This is what we are here for. So that is the lost subject of, well, that is the lost subject. So thank you so much. And if you like shit like this, go ahead and like, subscribe, follow, comment below. Let me know what part of the video resonated with you the most, and grab that notification bell so you get notifications when this comes out again. Thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.